Shalom, and you're now locked in here at Israelite Talk TV, where you get nothing but the raw and the real whenever I'm in front of the camera. So make sure y'all show the page some love, like, subscribe, and share. Shalom and greetings, and welcome back to another episode here at Israelite Talk TV, where you get the full 100 whenever I'm in front of the camera and no paid media points. Now, that's right, family. You see the title. Boosie exposes Kodak Black and the entire rap industry, okay? And the rap industry, that includes these bloggers also, okay? Because the bloggers report on the industry, so they are part of the industry, right? And so, as I've been sitting back, I've been watching the commentary on a lot of these big platforms and, you know, the people that have been speaking on this situation with Kodak Black and 6ix9ine and, you know, Boosie responding to it, right? And a lot of people saying, oh, Boosie bogus, he woo. But I'm here to tell you today that Boosie is 100% right in everything that he spoke concerning this situation, okay? And you guys already know that I've been very critical on Boosie on this channel. We actually came up off of Boosie on this channel, okay, with the Do the Jeweler stuff. And I'm still on about the Do the Jeweler thing. But one thing that we practice over here is righteousness. And if a person is in the right on something, then we gonna speak on that, okay? And it's nothing personal, because I don't know any of these individuals. I'm just judging each incident by each incident, okay? So before I get into this video, make sure y'all guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. Y'all know I ain't been dropping none, so I ain't in the algorithms yet. So go ahead and run me up, okay? I need y'all to share this thing, get it out there, okay? The other thing is, real quick before I get into this message, some of y'all been asking me, Big Light, where you been at? You know what I'm saying? What I want you guys to understand is I have other things moving in the background. I get money from other different venues that you know, that need my attention, you know. So a lot of times, you know, it's conflicted with my schedule and stuff with the YouTube stuff. And then not only just that, the other thing is I also wanted to make sure that all the business was together on Israelite Talk TV, you know what I'm saying, before we really took off, you know what I'm saying, even though we had a little momentum. I didn't want to, because see, what I want you guys to understand is do not work for free, okay? And within whatever industry it is you're doing, do not work for free. Make sure that you maximizing your gains off of, you know, everything that you're doing. You know, if you on YouTube and you have hundreds of thousands of followers, you need to maximize off of that. So my message is get your business right, you know what I'm saying, and then take off. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes on YouTube just working, their business ain't right. Other people are maximizing off of they, you know what I'm saying, what they could be making. So the business ain't right. Get the business right, okay? So with that being said, let's get into this message, right? So I've been listening to a lot of commentary on this 6ix9ine, Boosie, Whack 100 ordeal, this feature thing, stuff like that. And, you know, a lot of the people have been saying that Boosie is wrong and and, you know, Kodak Black is a bigger artist and woo. And a lot of these people that's speaking on this particular subject, and I'm gonna speak from the blogger's perspective, are people that are not multi-millionaires, okay? So these guys that want to be in this industry so bad, they would do anything for the money. And they don't care nothing about morals and principles. All they're saying is, well, Kodak Black, he's a bigger artist, he so he's going to be all right, Boosie, woo. But the bottom line is, it all boils down to morals and principles. And all of these people are saying that he should have did this. This lets you know that they have no morals and principles that they're standing on, okay? And you guys have to understand this play, and I want to break it down so you guys can grasp what's going on. First, let's start with Whack 100, right? Because he's the broker, okay? He's the broker in the situation. He brokered the deal, okay? Why did Whack 100 broker this deal? See, because what Whack 100 is doing right now, he's guerrilla hustling, okay? This is strong extortion, allegedly, that he's putting down, right? And why is he doing this? It's because if you go back, once again, this is all allegedly, right? Whack 100 spoke on the 6ix9ine situation. And if my memory serves me correctly, he spoke about how he spoke to Jim Jones and the Bloods on the West Coast, and they were back when 6ix9ine first came on the scene, and he basically told them, I believe that he was a kid or something, that he ain't cut like that or something like that. And they was like, we got everything under control, woo. So it was like they were basically putting down a soft extortion on 6ix9ine, right? So when all of this stuff happened and the guys got locked up, 6ix9ine, he told him he got out, and the dudes in New York didn't do anything to 6ix9ine. Whack 100 is saying in his mind, well, if y'all not gonna do nothing to him, I'm not gonna do nothing to him. This is why shout out to Larry Hoover, right? Because when you look at these gangs, right, Bloods, Crips, these are gangs. When you look at Chicago gangs, the Gangster Disciples, you know, Vice Lord, the Black Peace Dogs, you know what I'm saying? Whatever gang, it's organized. It's not just some wild where when you see people getting killed, they getting killed because there's some type of beef that's going on. They not just, and I don't want people to get it twisted. Yes, you can get killed in the rack, but a lot of times if you cool with you know what I'm saying, with people this and that, and you come like, you're gonna be good. A lot of that stuff is beef. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just, you know, you got people that just feel like getting up killing. No, there's wars and stuff, street wars that's going on. You know what I mean? But it's organized though. You know what I'm saying? You could have one block right here and you go to the next block over. It's a whole nother game over here. They're gonna stay in their section, we're gonna stay in our section. If somebody get caught lacking, you bump. You know what I mean? So the whole point of what I'm saying is that, you know, when you organize, you can have people in other cities get stuff done when people are locked up, incarcerated, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the only way that the streets stuff. This is why the streets is over with. Because when you listen to these entertainers today that say, I don't mess with rats, I don't do this and that, they're not stepping though. They're not getting rid of the rats. They just saying, well, I don't mess with rats, and that's it. So if you're not gonna do nothing to the person, the rat know that, oh, I can do whatever I want to do. They not gonna do them. They just gonna stay in their section and say, I don't mess with rats. They not stepping and getting people out the way because they rats. So it be all big cap. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Wack 100 knew they didn't do anything. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get in and get some of this money too, because y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? And the man told y'all ain't do nothing. Y'all still ain't did nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? They act like they could have cost 6ix9ine. Even Dirk spoke about the, you know, he dropped his low and, you know, and all this stuff. So like, they can touch this boy if they want to touch him. They don't want him. Or any of these other rats that's out here that's got him. They don't want him. So this is why Wack 100 brokered the deal. But the problem with people like Wack 100 is that you can't pick and choose. Oh, well, I got a play in motion, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna just guerrilla my way through this. And no. You see what it is with Wack 100. When you insert beats with people, you will speak correctly on a lot of this stuff, but then you turn around, you're doing the same thing. You hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I be telling you, man, when people say they 100 and then people say, well, no, it's just about the money. It's about the money. We're going to get to it's all about the money, because our people have an integrity problem. You have to have morals and principles that you're standing on. And I think what Boosie laid out, and we're going to get to Boosie here in a minute, he made some valid points. You know what I'm saying? So that's Wack 100's position, right? 6ix9ine position is this right here, right? 6ix9ine position is he wants to get back into this rap industry so bad, right? But what you got to understand with people like 6ix9ine, they're dangerous to the culture. Why? Because number one, 6ix9ine is not black. He's a Mexican, okay? He's not an Israelite, right? He's not a descendant of slaves. He's not an Israelite, okay? So he has a whole culture of people that already like him because he's playing in a sport that is predominantly dominated by black people, okay? When you look at the greats, when we look at the rap industry and we talk about the greats, we talking about the Tupacs, we talking about the Biggies, we talking about the Jay-Z's, the Nas, the Ice Cubes, the Snoop Dogg's, the Dr. Dre's, we talking about the legends, right? So anytime you have a person that's not black come and play in what I would consider a black dominant sport, and they're able to rise to the top and get fame and notoriety, then this is going to elevate them. They already have a fan base of people, okay? So now they want to tap into because the Mexicans and the Europeans that listen, and a lot of these black people that listen to us, they don't care nothing about the street. They just want to listen to the music, okay? They just want to listen. They don't care, okay? So 6ix9ine is trying to find his way he's trying to find a way to weasel back in, and he know that, you know what I'm saying, the little money that he was gonna pay Lil Tim to do this feature or whatever, he know what a big artist like that, he was gonna have to spend some money to get back into the industry. And he said, okay, with somebody like a Kodak Black, I could drop $1 million and it's game on. Why wouldn't he do that? If I'm gonna give you $1 million and I'm gonna make $10, $15 million, why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't he do that? Okay. So Kodak Black takes the money, does the feature, and now he gets on some gorilla time. He hasn't really given us he has not really given us a clear explanation on why he really done this feature. Now he responded to Boosie and said something that, people don't want to get, you ready to leave up out of here, and Boosie know how I get down, and Wooty, and all that. Listen, all that barking, that's cool. And I'm not saying that he not gonna step or whatever the case may be, but that is not an explanation on why you, a person that's supposed to be a street guy, Kodak Black is in it, one of the street guys. When we think about Miami, Florida, and we think about the trenches in the streets, we thinking Kodak Black, right? Okay, so you come from the streets, you rap this, you know what I'm saying, and then you just did a song. What you doing? You exterminating all the rats, and you doing this and that. But then you was in the presence of a rat, and you didn't do nothing. You didn't exterminate the rats. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, it be entertainment is what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? And Kodak Black is no different from these other entertainers. You have to understand that if you Google Kodak Black net worth, his net worth is only worth, they saying that he's only worth $5 million. Now, is he worth $5 million? I'm not saying that's, I'm just saying what they're saying his net worth is. He could have way more money than that. Okay. But when you look at some of these artists like Lil Baby, he has a net worth of $8 million, right? I think Lil Durk was at like a net worth of $10 million. I'm pretty sure they have more money than that, but this is what they say their net worth is worth. Okay. So with that being said is, Kodak Black does not have hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars like, a lot of these well-off rappers, So some of these rappers that have hundreds of millions of dollars, they would not done that because $1 million ain't nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he probably would have said, hey, should I give you 10 million to do a verse? Then yeah, they're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? But a lot of the people that have money is not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because what it boils down to is this. When 6ix9ine got out, he could have worked with all type of people. But people say, you know what? If I'm talking about this street stuff and I'm about this and I'm living this, I don't want to be mixing that with the industry, because how are you putting out music talking about doing all of this stuff? And this is why I keep telling y'all, this is why we got to get our kids out of this, and we have to start shunning these rappers down because they big cap. How many of y'all listen to the song that 6ix9ine and Kodak Black just put out? Okay, there's been a lot of talk about the feature. How many of you guys listen to the music though? Okay, so we got 6ix9ine on here, which we know he's a rap. We know he's gonna tell, you know what I'm saying, when the pressure's on, talking about spinning and drilling and doing all of this stuff. It's not a party song. It's not a shake your tail feather and all, something like that. It's a song where this guy's talking about sliding and doing all of this stuff that we know is all theater. That he's not doing none of this stuff, and if he do it, he's going to tell. It's all theater. So why would Kodak Black sit down and do a feature with somebody talking about all this street stuff? And even Wack 100 has come out and said that 6ix9ine is not a street guy, that he's a civilian. So this is where we have come to. We're going to allow a civilian to mislead our children, okay? And to going out here and doing all of this stuff that we know that they're not about. This is the stuff that we got to start addressing, okay? And we got to get to the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this. Tanakh teaches us that the Most High tells us that he's created all of these people for all of these different purposes, right? The steppers have been created, he created them to step. You know what I'm saying? The civilians, he created them to be civilians, okay? Everybody has been created to do exactly what he has created them to do. And my thing is, if you about that life and you saying that you standing on that, then stand on it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be real in whatever it is you're doing. If you feel like, hey, I'm a stepper, this is what I'm about, I'm living this lifestyle, and I'm gonna die, you know what I'm saying? Then stand on that. You know what I'm saying? If not, get out the way. So my thing is, if 6ix9ine, we know he can't handle the weight, and he got to get out the way. But don't try to mislead our children and talk about sliding and all this theater and all this stuff you got on here, and we know you big cap. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is, Boosie is right. So when Boosie said, if and I'm just paraphrasing, right? If somebody came up and said, when you take it in the back door for $2 million, what you gonna say? Are you gonna do it because it's $2 million? Or are you gonna say, I gotta tell you? It's the same thing here. And Kodak Black has to answer that question. What is the reason why you did it? If it's just for the money, then you bogus. You telling me this is the only way for you? And I know it's a fast $1 million. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the fastest $1 million he ever made. But as they always say, all money is not good money. And then Kodak Black even acknowledged, oh, I know what it is. He was trying to, no, man, he used you. He used you to piggyback off your back to get back in. Why did a song with Kodak Black? Why y'all checking history? And then now they want to try to guerrilla pimp, guerrilla hustle. Like, oh, well, I can do what I want to do. And if anybody don't like it, we can woo, 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 woo. Come on, man. That's cap, man. That's cap at the end of the day. So the bottom line is, all you bloggers, all you rappers that's saying that Kodak, he should have never did it. And the reason why I'm saying he should have never did it is because look at the message that 6ix9ine is putting out. When I drill, all this other stuff. You know he ain't about that lifestyle. So why would you co-sign that? And this is the stuff that goes on in the industry. And Kodak Black is not the first. Him and Wack 100 is not the first. It's not going to be the last. This goes on behind the scene, okay? And even 6ix9ine told y'all about these record companies and how all of this stuff is rigged and how you have to do stuff. Even if you don't deal with people, you have to do it when you're in the industry. Because it's business for them. It's money. They don't care nothing about, oh, I don't mess with him. Ooh. It's money, okay? So at the end of the day, I think y'all owe Boosie an apology, okay? Because he absolutely right. And my thing is, Kodak Black, he talks all this street stuff, so why you ain't standing on it? There's plenty of people. Dirk turned down features when he heard that people was rats. So what's the difference? These are people that say they live in that street life. I expect them to live and stand on all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You talking about that stuff, but you being foul about money. Like it's all about money, man. So at the end of the day, family, our people don't have any integrity. Boosie is absolutely right. At some point, we have to stop doing stuff just because it's money. All money is not good money. And if you study the Europeans, they teach you that. Okay, how much money you got? Okay? If you're not following and if you're going against our agenda on certain things, we will shut you down. We don't care nothing about your money and the money you can bring us, because the message that you're trying to put out there is more dangerous than the money that you can make, that we can make with you. See, watch the Europeans. They have certain morals and principles that they stand on. And certain things you're not going to do. They don't care how much money. And they showed you that with Ye, right? You don't care because you got several $1 billion. Man, we will shut you down and won't nothing. We'll cut your lights off and won't nothing move. Oh, excuse me. So at what point do we start having morals and principles and saying we're not doing this? I don't care how much money you're going to offer me for this. We're not doing it. There's other ways to make money, and you know, see, but what the problem is, Kodak Black is so high off these drugs that he can't function. You know what I'm saying? When you got out, he was good for a good stretch, but now he in junkie mode, you know, and he's so high off these drugs that his mind, he cannot think properly. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing he got left to fall back on is, oh, well, I do this, I do. No, bro, you're not, first off, you're not making the right business moves. And it's just like, man, bro, like bro just out here bad right now, man. So once again, y'all's tearing this stuff down. So if Kodak Black is going to do a move like this where he's going to, you know, take $1 million to do a verse with a guy we know is fake as all outdoors, then we have to start questioning his music, and because we don't know when he's telling the truth or when it's fantasy, whenever it's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, fam, this stuff is bogus, okay? The message